Hello, my name is Dr. K, and my highest excitement is providing you with the tools, the strategies, and the technologies to help you evolve rapidly as conscious leaders in body, mind, and spirit so we can be the change that we've been waiting for. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone you love, and I will see you in the next video. Hello, this is Dr. Kirkendall, and welcome back. So here we are, and we're talking about the toolkit. If you're going to go on a journey, there's certain things you want to have, right? If you're actually going on a physical hike, you're probably going to want a compass. You're going to want, some carabiners. You're going to want some rope. You're going to want a tent. Well, to carry on your side, the most important thing, it's like your entire toolkit is three things. And in summary again, it's meditation, it's the emotional clearing technique, which is what this video is about, and the third one is love push-ups. So this is the second video about the toolkit. And so here is the emotional clearing technique. Now, I want to talk to you about how when we're born on planet Earth, at least in the United States, we're told that boys wear blue and girls wear pink. You say, well, what's for breakfast? And you say, well, eggs and bacon, of course, and pancakes and maple syrup. So there's this belief that there's this base state of consciousness or base state of what's normal. Now, after traveling and seeing a lot of different indigenous tribes, specifically ones in Ecuador in the Amazon, either Shipibo or specifically really fascinating was working and staying and learning with the Achuar Indians in Ecuador. This is basically an uncontacted tribe for many, thousands of years. But in the last decade or so, there's been some contact, and they actually requested it because they wanted to start to teach and try to teach us, these people that are really stuck in our consciousness, that we're affecting what's happening on planet Earth. We're affecting the jungle and what's happening with the whale. But the point is that the base state of consciousness is very different there. They actually were asking me, why do you wear so much clothing? They speak Achuar, so it would be translated into Spanish, so we could understand. You store things in drawers and boxes, and you have a house and a garage and all these things you put, because what they do is they live very simply, and the children are very, very focused and very direct in looking at it. It's really, really beautiful. And you realize, that's a very different base state than the concept of what it's like to live in Japan or Egypt or Afghanistan. And somebody that has a religious belief is very different than somebody who has a very strong political belief. So there's not any real hard state of what the world is, but we're seeing it through our two little diodes, through these little lenses, and it's actually flavored or seasoned through your consciousness, which that's the reason I call it the emotional clearing technique. It's almost like working and looking at the programs that are running in the hardware that's your body. These are the software programs, and somewhere along the way you learned that, hey, I'm a boy, so I'm supposed to wear blue, and girls are supposed to wear pink, and somewhere you may have learned that money is hard, or that you have to work hard for a living. You may have learned that one. You may have learned that you have to drive on the right side of the road, but in a lot of countries I've been in, you better learn really quick. You have to drive on the left side of the road. You're going to have a head-on collision. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's these programs that are running. And my program running was, I'm working hard, I go to school, I become a doctor, and then I'm happy, and then I have, 1.2 kids, and I have a white picket fence, and I'm happy. Well, for me, I started to realize that wasn't really the case. And so the program was, hey, you gotta keep this going, or this is what you do, this is your profession, this is your identity. So the programs that are running actually create a lot of stress and eat up a lot of RAM and a lot of energy on the computer, the desktop, that is you. So you may feel tired, you may feel, people are feeling anxious, they're feeling depressed. Program is just bogging down this system, wearing you down, exhausting you, fatiguing you, making you stressed out, making you think crazy things. The program of, I can't let go of this relationship because I need something, money from them, or I need love, or I need support. And so we run these programs, and they destroy our lives. So it's about getting aware that I call it the emotional clearing, but really it's really looking at, geez, these are like programs, but I don't want to call it program because that's a program in and of itself. It's like I'm making up a story of what it is. Because the truth is we don't really know. We just know that you know what I'm talking about. You feel it in your life. So I want to walk you through the basic steps of this. So let's do just a general one. We'll do one just around a basic fear. So I want you to feel into something that you're nervous about. Not a really high, intense fear or anxiety, like really something intense, but just like, something you have to get done. And there's some fear or anxiety around it. So I want you to feel into that for a moment. I want you to allow your whole body to feel that. That's step one. And below, I'm going to actually have it very much listed out. So it's very simple. But I want you to feel this. So allow yourself to really feel it. And I want you to notice what the sensation is of it. What does this fear feel like? It feels like tingling. It feels intense. It feels tight. It feels contracted. Maybe it's in your head, maybe it's in your chest, maybe it's your whole body, but really feel it. And so now that you're feeling it, I want you to notice, really where it's at. And I want you to ask it some questions. Is this even mine? Is this an old program that society said that I have to do something this way? Is it a belief that was there that I have to keep going to college even though I don't really want to do that, or I really want to do something else with my life? So the question is this even mine? Is this my grandfather's? Is this my great-grandfather's? Is this my society's? Is this a political structure's belief? Is this the church's belief? Really sit with that for a second. And now I want you to ask, what's my thought about this? So you have this fear or this little anxiousness about something. You're feeling it. You're noticing the location of it. Is this even mine? You're just getting, what this is awareness. We're getting awareness around this. The whole key is this is an awareness thing. So the question, is it even mine? And now it's, what is my thought about this? Like, if I don't get this done, then what? I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to be really in trouble. I'm going to be, life is going to be over as I know it. It's going to set me all back. It's going to ruin all of this stuff. Like, really, what's the thought about that? And that may actually bring up more fear. That may bring up more anxiousness. So I want you to feel that. And now I want you to ask yourself, do I choose to hold on to this program? Do I choose to hold on to this belief? Or do I really choose to let this go? It's almost like you're taking it out and you're taking a look at it. But really what you're doing is you're feeling it, right? In your being, but you're observing this thing. Do I want to keep this? Is this mine? Is this serving me? You can add your own questions. That's the beauty of this. There's no real structure. I'm just giving the basic construct. And if you really feel, yes, I really want to let this go. Even if you're afraid to let it go, or you don't know what's on the other side of letting it go, if you choose, like, I'm looking at this thing, I'm feeling it in my being, and I don't really want to carry this anymore, I want you just to repeat after me. I'm choosing to clear and release this program of fear. I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to feel whatever that feeling was drop off into the earth. Breathe in and let it fall off into the earth. Some people will feel it actually lift off and go off into the clouds or off in the sky. But a lot of people will say this type of work is like processing work, and who knows actually what's happening, other than what I like to say is that we're getting more awareness, we're getting more conscious. I wanted to introduce this basic concept today as feeling what's going on in the body. Like, that's the beauty of step one, which was the meditation, is starting to really notice what the big programs are running. They're huge. Let me assure you, they're in there. You start to look around, they're there. But then once you're there, if you're doing the meditation and you can't seem to let it fall off, you're feeling a lot of sadness, or you're feeling a lot of shame, you're feeling a lot of fear. And sometimes I started to feel like I was getting stuck. I was like, man, I can't get out of this thing. What I started to do is observe it, ask it some questions. What is this? Is this mine? Do I want to hold on to this? Now, what you've done is just actually said, whoa, this is a program. It's like running malware on your computer. You said, whoa, this is a virus, or this is something. Now, it's not that it's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there because that's what got you here. But that's the beauty of awareness, is it's not that it's not there and we're pushing it away. We're actually accepting it, owning it, and saying, wow, now I can choose with the awareness and the acceptance and owning it, whether I want to keep it. Maybe I want to keep it, or maybe I want to let it go. It's your life. It's your decision. That's the beauty. Being aware that you are the hardware, and that there is these old softwares, these old stories, these old emotions, these old experiences. You're getting aware. You're choosing, do I want to hit delete and defrag, or do I want to keep it on the desktop so I can just observe it longer? You are now in control through the power of your awareness. And this seems like nothing. This seems like so silly, but the reality of this is recognizing that if there's a program running that I want to take an action step in my life, boom, there's a doorway of fear. Fear, boom. Could be the Great Wall of China. It's like the stones around you. You literally you could never get through them. But the simple key, right? Unlocking this door and it opens wide up, is learning how to observe, listen to, and work with that old emotion, that old program, and letting it go. Because once that program is no longer running, you've felt the fear, you've actually allowed yourself to experience it really deeply, and you realize, wow, this is just fear. It's just an emotion, so it's a chemical. It's something I'm running from. But if I can really sit with it and then realize that I have the power to keep it or to release it, that's powerful, man. That is true power, and that's why I really feel in my heart, I feel so much joy and so much gratitude for the time I did take, because I had fear. Leave your practice, Kieran. And I was like, no, I can't let go, and the money and the identity and everything I've worked for. And you have these things in your life too. We're all the same. You may have a harder story or a simpler story. You may have more money or less. But whatever that is that says, no, you can't do this, you can open that doorway. And what that means is that now you are a conscious creator of your life. That's huge. That's huge. And anything that comes in your way, fear, doubt, scarcity, lack, it's a program. Sit with it, observe it. I'm going to let that one go. So finally, what I want you to do is then get aware of, I'm choosing to upgrade my software. I'm choosing to download a new program into the hardware, right? So let's put a new software program in, or a new update. So what's the update? If you've released some fear, you've released a little anxiety, the door's more open. Out of all the millions of flavors of emotions and consciousness that you could feel angry or you could feel joyous. What do you choose in this moment? Well, I'm choosing, instead of fear, to really feel ease. So how does that feel? Choose for yourself. Maybe it's excitement. Maybe it's inspiration or openness. You're just like, oh, I feel so much better. So I want you to choose and say, and I'll write down what the statement is, but really make this your own. I want you to run with this and explore your own consciousness and create your life as an aware, conscious being that you are. Okay, I want to choose to experience more peace and ease. So I want you to feel that I'm consciously choosing to upgrade my software to the program of joy and ease. Take a deep breath in. Feel that feeling. And breathe out. Let it really ground in. And take a moment on this one. and just allow yourself to experience that joy, that ease. You know, the ocean isn't upset that the waves are lapping away at the rocks. It's just always been that way. Imagine if the ocean was upset about it, resistant about it, fearful. Oh, what if it takes down these stones? Or what if it makes the seaweed grow over here? It would be exhausted. It's in a natural state of ebb and flow, in and out, constant release. It will never not be so. And we get to choose whether we're going to mimic and work with nature or really, really work hard against it. And I know for me, which has really worked best for me, and I know for you, when you start to play with it, you can choose yourself. And if you get stuck in an emotion or a program or something that like, whoa, this is an old story, my dad was like, life was hard. Trust me, I had those too. We all do. There's no way you can't. It's not possible to not have some of these things. And choose to observe it and release it, and then say, I'm choosing to upgrade my software. And then I want you to really allow yourself to feel it. And do this every day with your meditation, even if it just takes 5 minutes. It actually goes very quick. I'll release and upgrade these feelings and experiences because I'm go, wow, I didn't even realize I had this huge money story, or, you know, and that brings you into the ability to consciously create your life. And I know it is going to be a huge blessing for you if you start to utilize it. If this video was inspiring and empowering, make sure you share it with someone you love, like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss a single thing, and I will see you in the next video.